Hello. Hi, Bender. Oh. Yeah, you're just happy being in the mix, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. He's being chill right now.
He just wants to be involved.
He does love Aeon's End. One of his top 3 games. After Spots.
Oh, that Spots is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very fitting.
Yeah, and he's a spotty boy. So
He is a spotty boy.
fits, yeah. Coming to you live from underneath the box insert. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ben.
And this is Bender. My house is still being remodeled, so we have the dogs out here with us. So hopefully they are quiet and well behaved.
It's a good change to the gaming environment.
Right, it seems like an improvement.
Usually when I feel something under the table touching me, it's you. But this time it's the dogs, so this is different.
I try not to play footsie that much.
Oh, Bender.
All right, down to the floor with you, Bender. Ugh, you're not good at co-op games. Sorry, Link. Whoa, how did that
Oh, the dogs? They touch the pedal?
Yeah, that might be the worst impact of the dogs walking around down there. Is I have a foot pedal under the table for changing camera angles, and they're bumping the camera too. All right, this is gonna go great.
Yeah. Good way to end it.
Yeah, this is the we think at least. This time I'm fairly confident it is the finale of our Aeon's End Legacy campaign. It is chapter 8.
I thought last was 8. It might be 9.
No, last one was
I don't
definitely
know.
7. My only question is whether it has some funny, like, is it chapter X or something, because it's like the secret chapter. So I think we left off with read the back of this card when you're ready to close the final breach. And I remember peeking ahead to see, like, is there another chapter? What does this mean? And when we saw that, yes, there was, I think we called it there.
Yeah, we stopped.
Okay.
So, like, I know, we didn't, yes,
So this
was an issue.
is still technically part of the chapter 7 conclusion. So want to give us the next beat of the story?
You step forward into Maelstrom's spherical body, moving to close the final breach, ready to put all behind you. Suddenly, a voice shrieks as the air around you thickens with darkness. I warned you! I could have saved us all! Zaxos approaches your group, and as he gets closer, you notice his wild eyes, pale skin, and long, unkempt hair. He looks little like the Zaxos you remember, but you recognize him immediately. Tendrils of darkness whip around his feet. This is what started it all, he snarls. I brought Maelstrom here to steal its power, and I will not let you stop me. I will die before I let you close this breach. Read from Vel 48.
There you go.
All right. You try to talk sense into Zaxos, but you fail as Brahma failed. You can't leave well enough alone. Zaxos pulls his lips back into a scowl. I've heard enough of your meddling. You scramble as Zaxos hurls bolts of shadow, dissolving everything they touch. I have seen the truth, he howls. The void showed me things you can never comprehend. I have seen the well from which the nameless draw power. I have drunk from it myself. Zaxos spreads his arms into the air as breaches open all around him, swirling in a circle. Minions begin to crawl out of the breaches, hungry for destruction. You have no choice but to fight.
Ooh, all right. And it's funny, I've played enough of the different Aeon's End boxes to know that Zaxos, I like Zaxos better when you started saying it that way. Zaxos was a playable breach mage in some of the earlier boxes, and then he becomes sort of a recurring villain of sorts. I didn't know where in the timeline like his heel turn was. There it was.
This is it.
This is
We're
it.
experiencing the heel turn. So that's it. Take the insert out of Aeon's End. Like
All right, I've got the box down here, so there's a lot under here. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get the insert on the floor, I guess.
End of campaign. Okay.
Okay, yeah, there's this whole...
Wow.
There's a charge token that I'm guessing we just accidentally drops down there. The void inside is chapter 8, and then this says, do not open until the end of the campaign. My guess is that this is not that exciting. It might just be like rules for using the contents for on an ongoing basis.
Makes sense.
But there's a lot of cards in here.
That's a thick package.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in there. So, so it wants us to find the Stop 8 deck there and open it. Reveal the supply cards in this deck.
Okay.
So we will be able to mix our marketplace. Do not reveal any cards beyond the Stop 8 card in the middle of the deck.
Sure. I think that's pretty think that's pretty typical.
But if we're getting to the middle of the deck on opening, like, that's not the end of the deck.
Yeah, there's also an end deck that is maybe, I don't know exactly what those would be, but maybe some contents for like recurring play of the box after the campaign, or yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just 70 cards worth of flavor text to read.
Oh,
who could say?
That'd be great. Yeah, it's a book. We just
Right.
get the book.
They just printed it onto cards. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they already got the print set up for this, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean it's just
ready.
yeah. There's no limit on the number of these that you could put into one box.
Whole thing, alternating colors, purple, tan, purple, tan.
Exactly. Right. Okay. So yeah, new supply options. We have the arcing silicate, the adrenal batteries, a spell called Fiery Conclusion, which is a good name for a spell, and Sphere of Inversion. Whoa, I don't think, and I can't say for sure that this is the only one because I haven't played every bit of Aeon's End content, but I don't think I've ever seen a spell cost 9.
That's a lot.
8 has always been the cap.
Yeah, 9's a lot. I feel like we can just, I don't care what it does. I don't think we're going to get to 9.
Yeah, but damn, it looks good. Cast deals 7 damage. Any ally may destroy a card in hand. If they do, gain 2 life.
That's really good.
That's really good.
I just don't think set 9 is a feasible cost, realistically. As much as I love that effect, like...
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Unless there's some mechanic in this last scenario that generates extra ether or something, but we have to make the decision without knowing. So, Fiery Conclusion is 5 cost, a little more reasonable. On cast to deal 4 damage. If there are 3 or more empty supply piles, deal 3 additional damage. Okay, so this gets more powerful in the late game.
Yeah, it's a bit stronger than Bending Beam, which is our cost parallel here, but it's a little bit more inflexible, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's inflexible in a different way than Bending Beam, right?
Yeah, Bending Beam is so good with sort of the engine that you and I have set up with like getting your breaches open and stuff fast that I'm hesitant to replace it. But so we do have the Adrenal Batteries. It's a 7 cost relic that says gain 2 pulse tokens. You may lose 4 pulse tokens. If you do, open any player's closed breach. Jeez.
Any player
just open one outright. Yeah.
Wow.
Then gain a spell from any supply pile that costs 5 or less and prep that spell to any player's open breach.
What?
So it's gain 2 pulse tokens and then you may spend 4. So you have to already have 2 more pulse tokens than this grants. But if you do, you flat out open a breach. Like if that was my 4 breach and I hadn't focused it at all, that's a 13 ether value.
Yeah. On top of the spell.
And gain a spell and prep it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like, there's a lot of work being done with Adrenal Batteries, for sure. Like, as far as text on card that does things, like, there's a lot of it.
It's some of the smallest fonts that I've seen to fit that all in.
That is true. Yeah.
And then Arcing Silicate, 4 cost gem, gain 2 ether, gain 1 pulse token. You may lose any number of pulse tokens, deal damage equal to the number of pulse tokens lost this way. Whoa.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
That's cool. I like that because there's always this question of like, do you do the general deck building thing you want to do, which is buy money early on, or do you slow down your kind of progression to the more expensive things and buy some cheap spells up front so that you can manage minions? This sort of splits the difference.
Yeah, it does.
That's cool. So we have to swap in 2 of these. I had actually been mistaken earlier in the campaign, and people pointed out in the comments, thank you, quite a few videos before this, but we recorded them in advance, that we don't have to switch 1 for 1, like gem for gem, relic for relic. But we do have to have like a minimum of 1 less than what we currently have. So like minimum of 2 gems and minimum of 1 relic. And so on. But,
I see. Okay.
So we could, like if we want Fiery Conclusion, we could have it as a 5th spell and have 1 less gem or something like that.
Okay. So right now, we do have some pretty good options. Like, I still really like Soothing Torporine. Just like the value we've gotten from silencing minions this campaign has been incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Although you're also silencing minions with your ability now, or where?
I do. Once per turn, I can discard a card from my hand to silence a minion. So that's true. We do have that kind of flexibility.
Yeah. So I think you had that maybe starting just last chapter, and I think that the Torporine's value plummeted a little bit.
A little bit.
Why would I use the word plummeted if I mean a little bit?
Dropped. It was lowered.
What are connotations? So, yeah, we could certainly swap out the Torporine for one more spell. I think that this Refined Luminium has been so strong, even though I'm getting a little tired of it, just because I think for several games in a row now, it's been something that I've bought a lot of and spammed a lot. It's very, very good.
Not once in all of the games have we played have I felt like you've gotten tired of Refined Luminium. Like that has not been a thought that I've had 1 second.
That's fair. It's just because it's probably like my most purchased card the last couple games. I'm like, well, I could force some more variety in my life by switching it out.
Okay, that's
but it would probably be a big downgrade for us because it's been so good.
it has been really good.
There's that Entangled Shard that is worth 2, and if you have 3 or more charges gained, it's worth 3 ether. It could be a pretty easy swap to Arcing Silicate from that. It means we wouldn't have any gems that generate 3, but this is just very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I guess I feel like I've gotten value out of the shard a lot.
Yeah.
Because I have the gaining the card that lets me gain the charges a little bit.
Sure.
So it's been good for me, but like we have to swap 2 of these cards in. So as far as like what's the, lesser of all the evils, I suppose, like I think that's a pretty fine move.
Yeah. And then the other,
I'm also
before we
interested
commit to anything,
in adrenal batteries. I think that's a cool effect.
Yeah, I just wonder if we'll be able to afford it at a point in time where it still feels useful, like to open breaches and stuff.
Yeah.
I do think that our 2 relics, we have the problem of they are both they're a little bit redundant, like both of them destroy cards, and they also are the same cost, which is a problem if we get downgraded. So maybe we just switch in the adrenal batteries for our least favorite relic.
True.
But also, again, because we don't have to go for one for one, we could swap out a relic, but have it be a gem and a spell that we add.
That's true. I mean, I did find myself in the last game being able to afford a lot of bending beams.
Yeah.
So in theory, we could put a Fiery Conclusion in as well, but with Fiery Conclusion, in order to really get the value out of it, we also need to plan for 3 of these piles being depleted.
Right, and I think generally by the late game we are doing that, but it's not something we've been intentional about.
Right.
And I think we would want to be with Fiery Conclusion. I don't know, this is tough. So we're definitely not doing Sphere of Inversion, right? As fun as it is, we can't afford 9.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll set that aside.
I almost think getting rid of the Breach Communion may be the move for Fiery Conclusion.
And that's the one that, so while it's prepped, you can gain pulse tokens, and you can spend pulse tokens to make it do extra damage.
Yeah, and this could be like a source of us getting like bogged down a little bit, where I would sit on this.
Yeah.
Granted, we have like Sparking Siphon, which helps us gain pulse tokens. Like we do have these other cards, but if we want to like dial back our dependency on pulse tokens, maybe Breach Communion and then I suppose Voltaic Relay would make the most sense.
Yeah. So let's see. Any player gains 3. I'm trying to remember I feel like last game now that we had 2 relics that both destroy cards, we mostly focused on one of them, like found that we preferred one, and I don't remember which one it was.
I want to say it was the Prophetic Lens because it wasn't costing us cards from our hand. And I remember that being the most problematic, where we didn't want to lose the card. Maybe I'm
right.
Up,
yeah, no, I think that's right. Yeah, and we didn't end up doing a whole lot of pulse token stuff. Like I think we've leaned away from that a little bit. Because we have Sparking Siphon uses pulse tokens. It can do some healing if you spend them. Mm-hmm. None of our gems currently care about pulse tokens. Voltaic Relay does, and then just Breach Communion. Yeah. So
yeah. And like Arcing Silicate, which is the other gem that you were talking about potentially incorporating into the game, does use pulse tokens.
Yeah. But it gains one every time you play it too.
It does gain one every time we play it. But I was just saying, if we remove those, we might not want to have that so much, right?
Yeah. I think it's clearly these two. I think as cool as the adrenal batteries are, they're too expensive.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I think then probably we want to keep Breach Communion because it goes well with the Arcing Silicate, right? Like this generates pulse tokens that you could spend on Breach Communion. And vice versa. Fiery Conclusion is the same cost as Bending Beam, but you really like Bending Beam because you like start with it open basically.
I start with it.
Yeah,
I literally start.
You literally start with it open. That's so good. So yeah, maybe we swap this for the Entangled Shard and we swap this for one of the relics. And I guess again because of Arcing Silicate, I lean towards playing with the pulse tokens more, not less.
Yeah.
And keeping Voltaic Relay. Even though I think Prophetic Lens was the better card last time, I think Voltaic Relay may become the better card with this Arcing Silicate.
Okay. I'll try it.
Okay.
I think that's
all right.
It's a move. It's a decisive move.
It's a decision, at least. Whether we were decisive, I don't know.
Good it was later, but a decision has been made, at least.
Sure has. Okay, so those are all banished. And what's next? Read the card of
L49.
Front of L49. Open the playmat labeled Chapter 8.
Ah, okay.
All right, so the void inside.
Which is cool art. I like that.
That is great art. There is Zaxos Ascended at 90.
That's a lot of text. Too.
90 health, 9 difficulty boss, Nemesis. He has his own breach system over here.
Oh, this is literally like fighting another player, huh?
And yeah, that seems to be what they're going for. Interesting. Okay, so place Zaxos. I keep saying Zazos even though I like Zaxos better. I think it sounds cooler, but I can't retrain myself. All right. Place Zaxos Ascended's breach mat next to this mat. Divide Zaxos, Ascended's. Divide Zaxos Ascended's spell cards by cost. We must need, reveal the rest of the stop 8 deck. Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Combine all of the Zaxos Ascended Nemesis cards with the basic cards you used last game to form the Nemesis deck. Okay, so I'll get those out. Following the, fight Zaxos Ascended. Read, okay. So, why don't we take a little break in the video, do that setup, and then we'll come back and look at his mechanics.
Great.
Cool. Okay, so we set him up. He has a standard Nemesis deck, the basic 3 tiers of Nemesis cards plus his signature ones. You were the one who did his spell decks up here. What's that? What happened there?
Yeah, so it looked like I didn't read anything, but it looked like he had a series of cards that were kind of similar to our marketplace, where they ascended in value from 5 to 4 to 3.
They're like 3, 4, 5, but.
Yeah, yes. But I had to build it first with the 5s and the 4s and the 3s.
Oh, sure. I was just like
3 being on top. But yes, you're right.
Ascended in cost from 5 to 3. Like
the result is that it ascends as we progress.
You might as well say plummeted.
Yeah, exactly. It's plummeted from 3 to 5, and the top 5 cards of the spell deck or the concentrate deck have made their way into the spell deck.
Yes. So we haven't read the front of him yet, but we're speculating that's like kind of like his hand or his deck, and he's like simulated buying more cards from this. It seems to be setting him up to be sort of like a player.
Yeah, which is pretty cool, especially with this little breach mat that he has, and it looks like he's going to be able to prop spells up there.
Right. Want to give us his mission briefing before we learn about the rest of his mechanics?
Sure do. It seems that Zaxos' lust for power has finally overtaken him. The mage we used to call friend and ally has turned his back on New Gravehold, obsessed only with the power of the Nameless and their breaches. It is never easy to step into battle against a former friend, but if Zaxos is not stopped now, I fear that he'll become too powerful to ever overcome. His power has been amplified by his time in the Void, and he can use breaches in a way no living mage has ever done.
Damn.
And there's a whole bunch of text. So he has 90 health, as we said. Mm-hmm. His Unleash ability, draw a spell from his spell deck and put it into the leftmost breach with no spell prepped to it. So a card will get drawn from here and put
Well,
up
from
here.
the spell deck,
The
that's
spell
this
deck.
one, yeah.
It's this one, excuse me. Thank you. If all of his breaches have a spell prepped to them already, cast the drawn spell instead. So
Okay.
we don't want him to just load up on spells.
Right.
We're not doing that. Additional rules. At the start of the Nemesis turn, Zaxos Ascended casts all of his prepped spells in order from left to right.
Okay.
Placed cast spells face down on the bottom of the spell deck.
Sure. So
So once it gets used, it just goes back to the deck. Okay?
Bender hair all over this table. How did that happen?
During any player's main phase, that player may lose charges equal to the front of one of Zaxos's prepped spells to place it face down on the bottom of the spell deck. So
We can like counter his spells.
yeah, we can counterspell, which is kind of cool. Good thing we got rid of that pesky charge card we had.
Go figure. Yeah.
When Zaxos concentrates, place the top card of the concentrate deck face down on the bottom of the spell deck.
Okay.
When Zaxos would concentrate and the concentrate deck is empty, unleash instead. Okay, so then he just starts casting spells.
So concentrate's a keyword that will have him buy new spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
When a player is exhausted, Gravehold suffers 5 damage instead of unleash twice. Resolve the rest of the exhaust effects.
Okay.
And that's our nemesis here.
And just 90 health. Okay.
Yeah. Just 90 health.
Easy.
No biggie.
My suggestion here, so if this is one where when you lose, you try again, I think for our video series, like, let's just try it the once. And it'll be like, that'll determine the like outcome of our campaign.
So this is it.
Oh, this is
we're
it.
fighting for everything.
This is it. And maybe if we do lose and play it again, we'll do it as a live stream or something, and you could find that in the live stream section later. But to avoid having 3-hour-long videos or longer videos longer than this series already is, I think we just go all or nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I guess we're ready, huh?
We're there.
I don't know about you. I need my starting hand really fast.
Sure, and make sure to do your start of game special ability.
Yes.
I've already prepped my 3 breach twice and opened it from doing so.
Right, and I gain 2 charges.
Hey, that's most of the way to a counterspell.
That is most of the way to a counterspell. That's
Not
true.
bad.
That's true.
Not bad.
Yeah, I wonder if he has less minions because of all the stuff going on there. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to fighting some big minion that's like every turn he concentrates.
Oh, God.
you know that must be in there at least.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like
his familiar or something like that. Yeah.
like his evil breach mage college professor. Yeah.
His old TA shows up.
Right. While I shuffle the turn order deck, this is the ideal place to put this almost 30 minutes in this video, right? Is like, hey, hit the like button, please. If you've subscribed to the channel. This is video 8 of this series.
You're stuck with us this far.
Yeah.
Just give us a like, comment. Tell us whether you think we did a good job or not. That would be great to hear.
Turn on autoplay and leave the channel playing overnight. Like, those are all the things you can do to boost us in the algorithm.
That's okay too.
Okay. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Starting with me, Frosty.
Okay.
Okay. So I have my 4 flawed crystals that cannot be used to buy a spell, and my cryotherapy that gains me an ether. If I have 3 or more open breaches, I would gain a life. Speaking of which, I haven't taken life tokens yet. I should probably do that. Yeah. And also, I can reveal the top card of the turn order deck and decide whether bottom is. So why don't I start with that? And next would be you. Would you like to go before or after some Nemesis turns?
I always just want to make sure the Nemesis doesn't get 2 turns at the end. So I'm okay getting bottomed here.
Yeah, I like that.
I just have, you know what I have. I have some money and I can prep a spell.
Okay. And then I could go straight to that. We'll take relay and start destroying shit. Or I could get a gem. I think I want a gem, and I have 5, so I'm torn between my old pal, the refined luminium, or that arcing silicate just to be able to contribute a little bit to minion control. But we've done okay in the past with my ability to control early minions, my Ice Bolt that deals 7, and your having Breach 3 open already. I think I just go for the old, the old reliable, grab a refined aluminium, and that's my turn.
Truly, I think that's a better move for you. Oh, you get to go again.
I get to go again, and then not for a while. Okay.
Because I feel like we do need to start getting voltaic relays. I think that is important in kind of what our game plan is, because this is how we're going to thin our deck. And I remember when we've had a lot of success, it's been when we have thinned our deck.
Yeah. The question is it too early to do it now? Because thinning your deck doesn't actually do anything unless you have better cards.
That's true. No, that's true.
To be drawing more often as a result. So,
fair enough.
On this turn, I will prep my Spark. I have 4 crystals. They can buy a spell, so I'm actually kind of leaning towards a Breach Communion. That's just a way that I can get a little bit more damage going. So I'm going to buy that. It's a little different. Oh, except I can get a little bit of damage going with the Arcing Silicate, so I'll buy that.
Yeah, I think that actually is going to be really clutch for removing shield tokens, is what I predict.
Yeah.
Just to ping off shields, it's going to be great.
Agreed. Oh yeah, all those shield minions. You're absolutely right. Okay, here is my new hand, and the next turn is the Nemesis. So Zaxos doesn't inherently. There wasn't anything at the start of his turn, right? Oh, it's cast spells, but he doesn't have any casts. So we're going straight to, his 7 damage minion. I guess I need to buy charges. Prelatus of Fire, is that how you would say that?
I've never seen that word
before. It's the art from the envelope. But on Persistent, Zaxos Ascended concentrates. It was here sooner than I expected. Reveal the top card of Zaxos Ascended spell deck. If that spell costs 3, destroy it. Wow, he thins his deck. That's kind of fun. I like that, even though I don't like that it's going to happen to us.
Right.
I like it as a way to make him feel like a player.
Yeah, but we don't want him to just have a bunch of 5-cost spells at the end of the game.
Correct.
So, or just that's a bit more problematic. As much as I think the 3-cost spells are going to end up being a respite over the course of the game.
Well, the good news is that I have, with my current hand, I can buy the 3 charges I need to Ice Bolt it for 7 damage and kill it. So,
that's clutch.
that can be handled, although it'll be a little while till my next turn. So it's going to get at least 1 trigger off, maybe more than that. And with that, it triggers now. So he concentrates. We take the Sight Unseen?
Sight Unseen, yeah.
Put it on the bottom of the spell deck, and then we reveal the top of the spell deck, and we know it's going to cost 3. It was an Incinerating Fist that on cast Gravefold suffers 3 damage, so he's destroying that. And then the new card is Waylay, basic card that says unleash twice, Gravefold suffers 1 damage for each player turn order card in the turn order discard pile, which is 2.
Put it on the leftmost with no spell prepped. So Gravity Node is what prepped. Cast any player suffers 2 damage and it discards a card. It's coming next turn.
And it's unleashed twice, so he's going to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Also, another Incinerating Fist. Cast Gravefold suffers 3 damage.
Okay.
And Waylay, we have 2 player cards in the discard pile, so it does 2 damage to Gravefold. Okay, that happened. Put his discard pile there.
Great.
Should just leave you having 2 turns.
Yeah, I think so. So with my first one, I'll prep a Spark, and then I will Flourishing Decay, which will get me a charge. And then I gain a credit, and any ally may discard a spell in hand and then draw a card. So if you want to do a cycle, you are welcome.
I don't have one.
All right, and then I have $3 more to bring my total up to 4. I said the Voltaic Relay, and I feel like that's probably still accurate for me.
Okay.
Just with how our builds typically go.
Yeah, I like it.
So then I can start getting some pulse tokens and start getting rid of some of these crystals and things that I don't really want. I think Soothing Torporine is in my future very soon as well.
I'm realizing I never put out a supply of pulse tokens.
Although, that might be true. The Soothing Torporine might be the better play here. Or even the Arcing Silicate.
I mean, all of your cards are Soothing Torporines.
But not
right?
the money.
That's true.
Yeah.
But how much did you have to spend?
4. I have
So, like, I think you might as well do the Arcing Silicate, because for you, what this card would say is all of its text, so gain 2 and a pulse token, and you may lose any number of pulse tokens to deal damage, or silence a minion. Right? Because for you, every card says silence a minion?
Yeah, but that'll always be a crystal. I'll never use this for some. I mean, in theory, yes. I'll take it. It's a new card. We'll see how it goes. Let's see.
Just saying. I mean, I guess you can only do it once per turn, right? So
It is
Soothing Torpor Brain does give you that kind of niche, but I think we've seen it be useful ability to silence more than once in a turn.
Yes.
But because you can't stack multiple silences on the same minion, it's hopefully we just kill them, and that'll never be useful.
Hey, I'm down with that plan. I think that's way better than silencing.
Agreed. And you're ready for your next turn?
Yep.
Okay. You are up, and I'll shuffle the deck.
All right. So I could spark the Prelatus, but I feel like I just spark Zaxos right now.
Yeah, and
you can just ping.
Either that or leave it in play to keep it out of your deck cycle.
I have more sparks I can put out.
Fair enough.
So I
right.
think we'll just ping Zaxos.
Early first blood, I like it.
Yeah.
He's down to 88.
And I will end up prepping 2 more sparks. And I have $3 more for stuff. So I think, since I bought economy first time, I think I will get another damage spell.
I like it. So the Siphon, and you gain 2 pulse tokens when you buy that.
When I gain this, gain 2 pulse tokens. I sure do.
Oops, some of these are Nemesis tokens that I put in our pulse token supply. I had them in the same box, or in the same bag in the box.
And that is me.
Okay, next is you.
All right. You shuffled, right?
I shuffled. You would be at the bottom if I hadn't shuffled. Yeah.
Always got to check with you. All right, so...
When have I ever not shuffled?
Okay, so here's the thing. I still think our logic holds. As much as I would like to keep rattling more damage, I think at this point I gotta commit to hitting Zaxos.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just get him.
I don't have any spells in my hand, which is the only downside, but I think
I would leave the Sparks then.
You just leave them?
So that if a minion with shield shows up, you're ready, and also just because they're not strong cards, so it keeps them out of your deck for a moment.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So we'll keep them. I will Flourishing Decay again, so you may have the opportunity to cycle the cards you don't want to cycle.
I have the same hand I had last time you played that.
Well, I still gain a charge and $1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I cheat? I really want to know. Could I have bought the Sparking Siphon with this?
Oh, you had a flawed crystal in that hand?
I did.
No, you shouldn't have. So maybe return that and take a Torp Brain instead as the other 3, or a charge.
Okay, we'll be
good catch.
responsible.
Yeah, because the commenters would have caught it. So.
Yep, I know they would have. So we got to keep them happy.
Yep.
Thank you again. So I have 1, 2. I gain another pulse token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right off rip that I cannot use for spells.
Okay.
Or 1, 2, 3, 4. In theory, I could. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean only the flawed crystals themselves cannot be used for spells. So whatever came from other sources can.
In that case, I might rip a Breach Communion just to get the spell, and then with my other 2 get another pulse token, and then I can start trying to counter.
I like it.
These spells. Or could I counter them now that I have 3?
I forgot about that. You could, yeah, because you have a better late game charge up ability. It'd be good for you to be countering spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that Gravity Node, any player suffers 2 damage and discards a card in hand would be pretty good to counter.
Yeah, let's counter it.
Cool.
Let's get rid of it.
Did you remember you did gain a pulse token when you played the Silicate?
I did gain the pulse token.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll counter the Gravity Node, which I believe just goes underneath the spell deck.
Yes. Where did it talk about playing?
Player may lose during any player's main phase. Oh, yeah, it's still main phase, right?
Yep.
That player may lose charges equal to the cost of one of the Ascendant's prepped spells to place it face down in the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
But it does stay in the second slot. But that's some damage that I took off the board for an effect we don't need to build up.
So because he casts all those spells every turn, these 3 and 4 breaches that deal extra player damage and extra Gravehold damage respectively, those only actually really get used if he unleashes more than twice, huh?
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about those very often.
No.
But that's going to be painful when they do.
Yeah, that's part of it. Is I do think that keeping those spells, the spells that are prepped pretty low, is going to be a big deal long term, just
Yeah.
because these bonuses, the
It's just
extra damage.
expensive. Like you just functionally, and I know you started with 2 of the charges and stuff, so it's or no, I'm the one who starts the
Yeah,
charges.
you started charges.
But you bought them over time and everything. But like that's functionally 6 ether that you spent on countering that. That's expensive.
Well, yeah, normally I agree, but because of my Flourishing Decay, where I gain free charges if I have low amount, that actually I think is going to be a really good combo. Because I remember last time we played, I capped out at a certain point. I couldn't use that, and I wasn't getting that benefit. So this might actually really sing.
That's true. Yeah, you were sitting at full charges a lot, just because your ability healing is not always, or what your on your regrowth, it heals a player if you have 4 or less life, which wasn't always the case and stuff. So you ended up sitting on charges a lot. That's a good point. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay, and my ability gets weaker in the late game when our breaches are all focused and stuff, because I focus any player's breach twice. So maybe we go from you doing a lot of countering in the early game to me doing more of it in the late game. We'll see.
Yeah, I think that's
hopefully I go before the Nemesis now. You get your 4th turn in a row.
Oh,
Jeez.
I'm gonna silence this thing. Man, I want to. So, I could just discard this. You know what? I'm gonna discard this thing to silence that. That's better.
Oh yeah, discard a crystal to silence. Yeah, that is a lot better. Yep.
I'll also ping Zaxos for 2.
Okay, he's at
before
86.
I technically do that, and then I'm gonna load a spell on the breach, and I have 4 credits, $4, and I will get a Voltaic Relay. I need to start getting.
Is that your second one? Or did you decided not to buy one before? Okay.
The first time
I think you went with the silicon instead.
I think I did get a Breach Communion. I just was able to split it in a way that was good. With my money.
Gotcha. Okay, come on. Well, now that it's silenced, the Nemesis can go. I'll allow it. Well, of course, so I go. All right, I will leave my Spark prepped again just to keep it out of my deck since it's so bad. Refine Luminium, you may draw a card. It begins.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cryotherapy will let me look at the top card of the deck. It's me again. I'm going to put myself after the Nemesis turns.
Yes.
Split those up.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I will play 3 Flawed Crystals. That is 6 ether total. I will buy the last 3 charges that I need here to use my ability. I will use it. So Ice Bolts deal 7 damage to a minion. That will kill the Prelatus of Fire. I think it was still probably a good call to silence it, given it cost you very little, and it was a 50-50 shot whether I could kill it in time.
Yeah.
But that's
this doesn't. Oh, yep, that's side deck. Okay.
and then I can also focus any player's breach twice. So I lean towards trying to get myself a second breach, but do you really want your 2 breach open? Do you have a handful of spells imminent or anything like that?
I do have 1 spell ready to go, but I can also start getting rid of these other cards in my hands or in the deck. So if you, I do like the idea of getting you in a position where you have more offense.
If you had 3 spells in hand, so you really needed the space, I would do it. But instead, okay, I'm going to focus my 4 breach twice and just get closer to having my own +1 damage breach. And that's my turn. So let me just draw up. And Zaxos.
So first this
thank you. Yep.
happens, right?
Incinerating Fists.
So Gravehold suffers 3 damage.
Down to 25 already. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any healing on our cards, right? We're entirely looking at your ability for it, basically.
Yeah.
At least for Gravehold healing. I can heal myself some with my starter card. Okay, and then Prelatus of Pain. When this minion is discarded, Zaxos Ascended concentrates. Persistent. Gravehold suffers 2 damage or any player loses 1 charge.
Okay.
And it has 6. So, yeah, maybe you want to start sparking this, or I can try to buy up to another Ice Bolt. But it would be nice to buy some more cards along the way too.
I'll start pinging that down.
Yeah, this is like not as bad because it's actually the concentrate that comes from it is when we kill it. In the meantime, we're just potentially just losing 1 charge here and there. That's not too bad.
No, that's not the worst.
Okay, that was its turn, but we do know it's going to go again. So this happens now, and we actually can't lose a charge. We don't have any. So 2 damage to Gravehold.
Okay.
Prelatus of Pain.
Yep.
And a Skybound Leviathan. That's right. We had something evolve into a flying whale at one point, I think. It has 9 health. Sheesh. And persistent. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Any player discards a card in hand. It's starting to be a lot of Gravehold damage.
Yeah, and that's a lot of hit points as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's my turn.
It is.
Well, now that there are some big targets, I guess I will start using my spark to get a little bit of damage. I think I will do it to the Leviathan. I actually think since its effect is worse, and we get punished when this dies, that should be the one we kill first.
Okay.
I guess it's just a little slower to kill is the downside to that plan. I have Arcing Silicate. I gain 2 ether and a pulse token, and I could spend my pulse token to deal a damage, but I think I'll sit on it for now. And then
You can wait. Do 1 damage to the Leviathan.
yeah, you think you're gonna finish it from there?
Yeah.
Okay. I will trust you. And then I have 6 ether, 1 of which is from a flawed crystal and can't buy a spell, so I'm not buying Pyrogeist. I could just go for a Voltaic Relay or a Refined Luminium. It's probably Voltaic Relay at this point. Let's start getting that destruction. So
Yeah.
I will buy a Voltaic Relay and a charge. And next turn is your shuffling. Okay.
If you would like to cut
I decline.
any shenanigans,
I go.
good choice.
Okay, so Refined Luminium, you draw a card.
Oh, damn.
Cryotherapy will let
Damn.
me check the top of the deck. It's you. We'll allow that.
Yeah.
And that's 3, 4, 5, 6 ether again. 2 cannot be used on spells. I didn't end up buying a second spell yet, right? I talked about it, but I bought the Silicate instead.
Yeah.
Now that I have Voltaic Relay, which is generating a lot of pulse tokens, let me get 1 more Silicate and convert them to damage that way.
Honestly, I think the Silicate is gonna be really, really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, the more that I'm saying, I'm like, oh, I'm about to destroy this 7-cost thing with 2 sparks in play.
And a Silicate?
And a
for it?
Silicate, yeah.
Okay, yep, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'll buy a Silicate. I have 2 left. I will go ahead and buy a charge. And that is my turn. And we know that it's you.
Awesome. Alrighty, so I will cast 2 sparks into the Leviathan to do 3 damage.
Okay.
Right off the
It
rip.
is at 4 remaining health.
Cool. I'm going to prep my Breach Communion here. I have a Flourishing Decay, so I will gain a charge token. You may cycle a spell.
You know, I have a spark. I will cycle it.
I have a Arcing Silicate, and I gain a pulse token, and then I can lose any number, and 3 + 1 is 4, and I'll do 4 damage to the Leviathan.
Amazing. I can't believe we killed this 9 hit point minion before it acted.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's very good.
I think this is going to be, I think you were right. The Silicate's very, very good. I'll actually silence the Pelletus of Pain,
Okay.
just to cover our bases.
It's like what that functionally does is it saves me from losing a charge. But if you can discard a crystal to save a charge, like that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, half cost.
Yep.
So I have $4 of non-corrupt things, and then I have $2 of corrupt things. I think I have I bought a Voltaic Relay? Do you know if I've bought it? I've forgotten.
How many
have
are
I
there?
bought a Voltaic Relay?
There's 3 in the stack. I think you bought 1.
I bought 1. Okay,
Yeah.
then I think I will buy a. Oh man, I almost want to buy another one. I'm gonna buy a Breach Communion, just to.
And I mean, we did end up taking the Fiery Conclusion that rewards us for empty piles. So like we actually are rewarded for not diversifying.
That's true.
But up to you. We definitely want to stay on top of the minions with damage. So
Yeah, I think this and the Arcing Silicate and the Voltaic Relay right now are my
Yeah.
big go-tos, which I guess makes a point that I should get a Silicate instead of a second Breach Communion. I will actually do that. I've talked myself into it.
all right.
I'm going to go with the second Silicate instead of the Breach Communion. And then
like
with my
the-
other 2, I'll just take a charge token.
The Silicates are just so good because they're damage and econ, and you don't get a lot of cards that do that.
Yeah.
They're so good.
And like the other 2, I don't even really want to buy the charge token, but I just played the Decay, so I may as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm not going to see that for another minute.
Okay, next turn is the Nemesis. So the silence wears off of the Prelatus of Pain, and then beginning, unleash twice, destroy one of Zaxos' Ascendants, Prep spells that cost 3. Okay, so it's going to keep... That wasn't a one-off thing that he's going to be destroying some of those. So unleash twice. He's going to prep 2 of them. He's got a flare, which says, Gravehold suffers 1 damage, reveal the top card of the turn order deck. If a player turn order card was revealed, and that player suffers 2 damage. Interesting. That's neat that I have a little bit of turn order manipulation to play around that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Consider that.
And 2 copies of it, 2 flares. But then it says destroy 1 of his prepped spells that cost 3. Well, they're both the same. They're both a copy of the same thing, so we'll just do that. And he concentrates, so he does buy a new spell.
Okay. So he's going to constantly be thinning his deck anyway.
Seems like that's the design, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next turn. I think the camera's fine, right?
It's fine.
I just saw the camera wobble from a dog brushing into it.
We did shift. There's a little shift, but you have to apologize or forgive us for that.
Seems like it's okay, yeah. And we're also okay because it's your turn.
Cool. I do have the Breach Communion. I have a Spark to prep, but I want to get the Pulse token, so I think I'm just going to let this simmer for a little bit. And then for money-wise, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 crystals, a Spark, and a Voltaic Relay. So first thing I'll do is I'll gain the 1 Pulse token for having the Breach Communion prepped.
Yep.
I will use Voltaic Relay to gain 3 Pulse tokens, and I can lose 1 to destroy a card in my hand.
Nice.
Which I think...
Crystal or Spark is a tough call at this point in the game.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I think I've bought 2 of these... so I have 4. I can buy another Breach Communion after this. So I think I'm actually going to spend 1 to get rid of the Spark.
Okay.
And then with the 4 that I can use to buy a spell, I'm going to seize that opportunity to buy another Breach Communion with it.
Cool.
That's going to get me more Pulse tokens. That'll mean next time I can buy another Silicate and I have more opportunities for more damage. So I think this is just a little bit better for right now.
I like it. Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. It is...
I couldn't...
You didn't silence this.
I couldn't silence
we just have to pay a charge. Like,
Oh.
all it is Gravehold suffers 2 damage or any...
Oh, I would happily pay.
It's interesting to consider. It's probably not the right call, but it's interesting to consider just never killing this, because then he won't concentrate, and all we do is occasionally get taxed to charge. It's still probably worth killing to not lose 1 charge every Nemesis turn, but it's like not a threatening minion at all.
It's not the worst one to have out. No, far from it.
I thought, for some reason, I thought it was a sure thing that the Nemesis went next, but I go next. So is there a world where I'd kill it? No, I can't buy enough charges. Okay. So I will also Voltaic Relay. I will choose myself to gain 3 Pulse tokens, and then lose 1 to destroy a Flawed Crystal. And then I'll play Arcing Silicate. So I gain a Pulse token, and I could spend as many as I want to deal damage. Should we just work towards killing this the old-fashioned way and save my charges for the next thing?
I can kill it. So if you want to save your charges, don't worry about it. I mean, I'm not going to be able to kill it before it goes. So that's the other...
Yeah, and I'm not killing it before it goes here either. So, all right, then I'll save my pulses then. I'll get more opportunities to use them for damage. I just have a total of 4 to spend. It could be anything. Is it time to buy a spell? I think I literally just have that 1 Spark. I haven't bought a spell at any point. Yeah. Why don't I buy I kind of like buying a Sparking Siphon. Has a little bit of player healing on it. And also I gain 2 Pulse tokens. So on my next Arcing Silicate play, I'll have a full arsenal. So I'm gonna do it.
It does burn. It is slightly inoptimal use of your cash. That is the only thing I would point out, but it's fine.
That's true. Yeah, but
it's still a good play. It makes sense.
I feel better about this than the Breach Communion, because I have several Arcing Silicates, so I'm not that interested in spending my Pulse tokens on the Breach Communions. I'm happy just spending them with the Silicates.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll stick with that. Sometimes the right call is to not spend your money optimally, I guess. Okay, let's see. I want to put my Voltaic Relay next to the crystals. All right, discard
See,
that way.
you're not seeing the breach communions for their pulse gaining benefits. This is
true.
economy we got going
I
on.
have one breach. I can't just leave a spell in it like you
Ah,
can.
I see. The real problem comes up.
Okay,
fair.
the next turn is the Nemesis, and so any player loses 1 charge, unless we want to do 2 damage Gravehold, but I think we're
It's actually negligibly free because I'm gonna get it back immediately.
Perfect, okay. And then Spine Reaper. This is fun.
Oh, our good old friend.
Yeah, so this one is the fully upgraded Spine thing Pokemon.
But
It evolves twice.
this is also where I think the arcing silicates are going to be really handy because we can just casually ping off shields with it.
True, yeah. It does,
It costs a pulse, but it's free.
yeah. So we can't, like if you spend 3 pulse tokens at once, it's not 3 shields.
Correct.
But yeah, you deal damage equal to the number of pulse tokens, so each one can let you ping a shield without involving a spell. Yeah, totally. I skipped ahead actually. Zaxos should have cast his Flare. So Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Reveal the top card of the turn order deck. I think you shuffled. This was awesome. I think you shuffle it for that purpose. And then if a player turn order card was revealed, that player suffers 2 damage.
Okay.
So it's a little harsh because a lot of effects let us choose who takes the damage, but not that one. Spine Reaper will unleash and any player suffers 2 damage. Unleash is a strong effect.
So another spell's going to come out.
Yeah,
Huh?
when its persistent effect triggers.
When it happens, yeah.
All right, the top is me, so I take 2 damage. Okay, that's fine. I just bought the healing spell. All right, that's it for the Nemesis turn. So it is my turn.
Yep.
Okay, it's me. Well, let's just start off strong with a Refined Luminium. You can draw a card.
Cool, great, love that.
I have Cryotherapy, so I can look at the top of the deck. It's you. It's funny. I was saying that this could help manipulate, like, for when his cards care about who's on top of the deck, but because that's only going to... He would always draw a Nemesis card, and then it's the card below that matters. I don't actually have a lot of access to that.
Yeah.
So never mind. But I will leave you on top.
I'm actually very okay with that.
And I have an Arcing Silicate, which will gain me a Pulse token, and Flawed Crystal. So sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. Should I just charge up my Ice Bolt and blow up this Prelatus of Pain? I kind of think so. I'm going to spend 1 Pulse token on the Arcing Silicate.
Thank you. Yeah. Ping the Spine Reaper.
Yep,
Yeah.
one shield down. And then I will, I think I'll buy 3 charges and fire my Ice Bolts. That's going to, again, not optimally use my 7 either, but that's fine because I wipe out the Prelatus of Pain. And when it's discarded, he concentrates.
Yeah, I think you might be right. That might just not have been worth doing.
Yeah, we don't really know how much worse the higher level spells are.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm basically spending 5 charges to kill this thing, and we were gonna lose more than 5 charges over the course of the game. So like economically, I guess it was the right decision. And then also, I focus any player's breach twice. So I think, again, I will focus mine and open my 4 breach.
Clutch. That's huge.
Feels good, yeah. And when I have a 3rd one open, my Cryotherapy starts healing me. So that is nice. I think that's everything. I spent all my money. Let me just discard in that order, and you are up.
Okay, so it's a bit unfortunate how this is going to...
Hey, boys, calm down.
Side puppers.
Yeah, they're getting a little antsy. They've been in here all day while work is going on in the house.
So it's a bit unfortunate how this is going to work out, but I think I think I send this at Zaxos.
Oh, okay. How much damage is that?
5. So I'm going to lose the 2, or 6, excuse me, because it's on my open breach.
Okay, so you're spending the pulses for 3 more,
Yes.
and then 1 for the breach, 6. Yeah, it gets him to 80. Yeah, I mean that would feel pretty bad to use that spell on a shield.
I have, yeah, exactly. And I have 2 more Sparks prepped, and I have 2 Arcing Silicates, which I'm going to use the Pulse tokens I gained to ping shields.
Love that.
Because those are separate sources.
2 shields gone, yeah.
Then I have a Flourishing Decay, so you may cycle if you would like.
Huh. I have a spark I could cycle, but now that I have 2 breaches and there's shields on the table, the spark is interesting. Now I'll cycle it.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, this is a better card.
that was better?
Yeah.
Good. So I have $5 that I could spend for anything and then 1 crystal. So I'm kind of in an interesting way here. I almost think I take another silicate because my economy is about to cap out if I keep adding other cards that are not money.
Yeah, I like it.
So I think I add another silicate and then I take a 3rd charge to be prepared for the next spell, to try and be ready to counter a spell. I think
like it.
that's my best course of action here. And we're almost done with the silicate
Almost
deck.
bought the 7 silicates. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Nemesis is up, so the Spine Reaper unleashes. We will prep a spell for Zaxos. It's the Gravity Node. Any player suffers 2 damage and discards a card in hand. And from the Spine Reaper, any player suffers 2 damage. You want to take this one?
Yeah,
I do like getting you down to 4 life where you can heal yourself.
I can eat it.
Okay. And then Caustic Soldier, 12 health. This is another thing that I think evolved recently. Persistent Unleash, Gravehold suffers 2 damage.
Yikes, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's a lot of hit points. We're at tier 2 in the Nemesis deck.
Yeah.
Okay. Nemesis turn. So he's going to cast the Gravity Node.
That's not
Any
it.
player suffers 2 damage and discards a card in hand. I have a flawed crystal I'm happy to discard.
I also, why don't you let me, because I'm going to be pretty hosed on money this round anyway.
Okay, sure.
So, it's just not going to be worth it, I think, for me to hold on to it. So, we'll just discard that.
Okay, and you suffered 2 damage.
Okay.
So that is cast. Then the Spine Reaper unleashes, and any player suffers 2 damage. Oh, this is our first time seeing a 4-cost spell of his, Sparking Siphon. On cast, any player loses 1 pulse token and suffers 2 damage. If 1 pulse token was lost this way, Zaxos gains 3 life.
It's very similar to our own.
It is
Sparking
literally
Siphon.
the same title. Yeah, I thought Incinerating Fist, another one of his, was also familiar. Yeah.
So that would win. Yeah.
So he's casting Breach Mage spells.
Yeah, he is.
That makes sense. That's cool. Other than the fact that this is terrible for us.
Oh, the art even is pretty similar. Now that I
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, it has this thing. Cool.
That's clever. That's fun. Okay. And any player suffers 2 damage from that. I can take that one. Yeah. But boy, that's adding up fast.
Yeah.
And the Caustic Soldier unleash.
And then Gravehold suffers.
It's a Gravity Node. Geez. So we take, like, on the next Nemesis turn, if everything is still in play, which it probably won't be, but if it was, we would be taking 6 more player damage.
Woo!
Yeah, that's nuts.
Woo! That's spicy.
Yeah. Okay. But that is that turn done, and now it's me. Okay. What's the game plan here? Well, I will prep a Sparking Siphon. Weirdly, so the way to play around his Sparking Siphon is to not have pulse tokens, right? Because it says if a pulse token was lost this way, gain 3 life.
I can counter it.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably good.
I mean, sorry, Sparking Siphon?
Yeah.
I can't counter it.
Okay. I mean, the only difference between, like, actually, I'm fine with you countering Gravity Node, because that is 2 damage and a discard, and this is 2 damage and 2 damage a pulse token, and he gains 3 life. I don't think that the Sparking Siphon is actually that much worse than the Gravity Node. Discarding cards sucks. Okay, but I have Arcing Silicate, so I gain a pulse token. I will just have 3 more crystals, 2 of them are flawed, so I have 5 to spend, but now is the time when I can spend pulse tokens on damage. Why don't I... Yeah, like, I kind of... You're next, we know.
Yeah.
And I can see that just your sparks can kill the Spine Reaper.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to pour this damage into the Caustic Soldier.
Okay.
Spend 4 pulse tokens and do 4 to the Caustic
Oh, all of
Soldier.
it. Cool.
Yeah, because again, if the Sparking Siphon hits me, we are rewarded for me not having a pulse token to lose. So
Cool.
that's a thing. And then I have 5 here, so Final Millennium.
I knew it.
It's
I
like
knew
no
it.
downside. I think it's only my second one this game, so we'll do it. Okay, you are up.
Cool. So I will throw a couple of sparks. So the 1 point of damage, well, this one I guess, to ping the shield, and then the 2 points of damage to finish it off.
Nice.
I will Voltaic Relay to gain 3 pulse tokens, but I'm immediately going to spend 1 of them to get rid of this busted crystal.
Love it.
Then I will prep a Breach Communion, and I will silence the Caustic Soldier.
Okay.
Because I just have a buck, so I can't do anything else with it. So I'll just do some utility.
Before you pass the turn, were you going to counter that gravity node?
I was going to counter the gravity node. Thank you for the reminder. So 3 charge tokens, and we will make the gravity node go away.
Beautiful. Now his next turn doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, that's the one thing, is we have a pretty good way to, like, between damage and mitigation, like, we have a pretty okay way to kind of deal with the threats.
It's a tough scenario because this asks you to have a very strong damage and strong economy. Because you need the economy for the charges to counter the spells, right? So it's not easy, but I'm feeling like we're doing okay. You are up again.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Actually, I have some thoughts on that. Okay. So, I could use that, and that would be 5, 6 damage. Then I would have 2 more. I think I can actually kill it. So I'm gonna launch 6 damage.
Okay.
Onto that. Cost me a pulse token.
You're spending the pulse token?
Yep.
It's just, it's just 1? Yeah, right.
Just 2.
Yeah.
I will prep another Breach Communion. I will play another Arcing Silicate, which will let me spend 2 more pulse tokens to do 2 more damage to that minion.
Sweet. Your only mistake was silencing it.
I know. Well, it was $1. What was I going to do anyway? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's 6 good, fresh, clean dollars.
Nice.
That I can use for Pyrogeist.
I will say about Pyrogeist, speaking of commenters, I won't say correcting us, I'll say helping us. We have been mistakenly amping the damage from prepping it. Because the breaches give +1 damage on cast, it does not actually +1 damage on the prep.
Okay.
It's still very good, because it's still a total of, if it's in a +1 damage breach, it's still 6 damage, divided as you please. Yeah, anyway, just to point that out.
Oh, that's true. So this is really no different than Bending Beam.
In total damage, that's true. What's cool about Pyrogeist is that you're dealing 1, if it's in a +1 breach, you're dealing 1 and then 2 and then 3 that can be split up.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not mad about it. I was just commenting. It's interesting. Good to know. Thank you, commenters. I appreciate the insight.
Okay, yeah, I guess I will cast my Sparking Siphon. I don't have the pulse token to spend to gain the life, but it does do 3 damage to Zaxos.
Great.
And this way I'm just continuing being broke on pulse tokens so that the Sparking Siphon can...
That was part of it for my turn too. It's like, let's just hope he comes up.
So to that end, I think I'll just play the Arcing Silicate, gain 2 ether, gain a pulse token, and spend it to deal 1 damage to him. Why not? He's down to 76. Oh shit, but Voltaic, hang on. I'll remember this. Voltaic Relay.
There we go.
Gives me 3. Let's see, what's my money total here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a pretty good number.
I mean, I will, if you want to roll the bones. Oh, I mean,
yeah,
I have ways to get rid of pulse tokens, but you also, I understand not wanting to let me sit with it.
Yeah. I mean, it just heals him for 3. It's not the worst. But okay, yeah, sure.
But that's a 6 point. That's a 6 point difference.
Do you have a card in hand you want to destroy?
Yeah, I can get rid of some of these crap.
Okay, so I'll target you with Voltaic Relay. So you gain the 3 pulse tokens and then may spend 1 to destroy a card.
Okay, then yeah, I'll still do it. I mean, it is a 6 health swing if you didn't want to do it, but I would like to get rid of that crystal.
Sure. So. I just realized, and because it was a long time ago, I'm not going to give myself a free charge or anything, but my second equipment says that when I destroy a card, gain a charge, which I've just done once, but I should have gotten one free charge earlier, because this says that player destroys. So I don't think that you doing it triggers that, but.
Right.
Okay, so Refined Luminium, you draw a card.
Damn.
Arcing Silicate. I will gain the pulse token. I think I already went through those motions, right, and applied the damage to him.
You did.
Okay, and then 2 crystals. So I have 6. I have my 4 breach open. I think I'll take a Pyrogeist. Just get a little. I don't need to have as many spells as you have, but it's nice to have a few.
Yeah, and that's a good one to let simmer too. And the breach communion is a good one to let simmer.
Nemesis. So
Good
Sparking Siphon goes. Any player loses 1 pulse token and suffers 2 damage. So I'll take this because then I don't have the pulse token to lose. Does mean I'm at 4, so I need to stop taking damage. But since I don't have a pulse token.
Oh,
right?
That can target you?
Oh, do you think we have to choose you because you can fully?
I would think that since we have, that's how I read it.
Okay, we can do it that way. I can never remember what it is in Aeon's End. Like in Arkham Horror and like LCGs, which I play a lot of, you just have to make a choice that changes the game state. You don't have to choose someone that can that can fulfill the effect.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm not sure what the rule is here, but sure, we'll just do the worst thing.
That's how I always feel. I mean, we could be wrong. We like to be hard.
It makes sense. Like in theory. The flavor of this should not be that we're choosing who he targets. Even though the game actually, even though we do for when it says any player we choose, but like he would be targeting the person with pulse tokens.
Right.
Yeah,
He's going to use his abilities to the best of his ability.
Right. Oh, a new Prelatus. Prelatus of Lore. It has 15 health. Immediately, Zaxos Ascended concentrates and read Evolve deck card E64. Okay, so there's his concentrate deck is almost done. So I guess maybe his tier 3 cards don't concentrate as much because he'll be done with it.
Well, that just means we're going to unleash. So that's when he starts casting spells.
Right. I forgot about that. On Persistent Effect, draw a card from Zaxos Ascended's spell deck. Prep that card to Zaxos Ascended's farthest right to Unoccupied Breach. Oh, this farthest prep right. On the right. Ooh, okay. And then E64. Tell us, it is literally the last card in the Evolve deck. Ooh. Tell us what we got.
Prelatus of Lore appears. The creature is a conduit for Zaxos. You can see it fueling him.
You read it right, but that's a typo. It does say Prelatus on this card.
Yeah.
It's Prelatus on the minion.
I thought I was losing. I'm like, I'm just going to read the card. This is all I know.
I was like, I am Silver Disc because I was like, have I been misreading it? But anyway, go ahead.
Okay. I'm Ron Burgundy. This creature is a conduit for Zaxos. You can see it fueling him, making each spell more powerful. Maybe there's power here that you can take for yourself.
Ooh.
Place this card next to Prelatus of Lore. When Prelatus of Lore is discarded, read the back of the card. Do not read any more cards in this deck until instructed to do so.
Ooh, we get loot.
We get some loot
for defeating it. Okay.
Mid-combat loot. I'm a big fan of.
You'll love it. Yeah. All right. That was his turn. So you are up. Can you deal 15 damage?
That's a lot.
Why not?
No, I think I got to sit on this Breach Communion. So it will gain a pulse token. I will prep a spark. I have 2 Arcing Silicates, which I think there's no limit. Is there a limit to the amount of pulse tokens?
Yes, it's 5.
Oh.
You can only have 5.
I don't have another way to gain pulse tokens. I will launch one of them just for.
Okay, so one damage to him?
1 damage, yeah. I have Flourishing Decay to give myself, you may cycle.
I wish it was easy to pick up the camera and point it down there. Bender's over there chasing his tail. It's always very funny. He caught it.
He got it.
He caught it. He's, nope.
There he goes.
Back on the run. Okay, anyway.
He's a very long boy, so sometimes he forgets which parts of him. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You can cycle a spell if you'd like.
Yeah. I'll cycle this spark.
I think the best use of this $1 is to silence that minion.
I love that.
So I'm going to silence that minion.
I love that. Yep.
And then I have 5 clean dollars to spend. And I think... Clean dollars.
You've been money laundering over there.
Sure do. Call me Walter Life over here. I think I will take... And we haven't had any of these Fire Conclusions or Bending Beams, but we're getting to the point. I'll take Fiery Conclusion.
Okay.
I'll take Fiery Conclusion. I think we're almost to that point where this is going to be very good. Maybe I'm jumping the gun on that a little bit, but I have
Yeah, so we
send
can
it.
run out the silicates. We can pretty quickly run out the, well, nothing.
Am I jumping the
Yeah,
gun?
you might be.
Okay.
But it deals 4 damage flat. That's not that bad.
It's not bad. And I do have the $5. I mean, the alternative is Illuminium. Would you rather have Illuminium right now?
Ooh.
If you would rather do that, then we can do that. But I think that's the only other.
I'd accept you having aluminium.
Okay, then we'll do that because this also helps get that gone.
Yeah, and presumably at some point we'll start seeing those powers that we have to buy out of. We haven't drawn a single one in this game.
That's true.
There's plenty in this deck. I have little doubt. And I kind of am hoping for another Nemesis turn now since you silenced that, and I have 7 in hand. So I'm like, if he draws one, I could probably just. But anyway. Nope, me. Okay, well.
Not getting the hits we want this game, huh?
No, I will play Refined Aluminium. You may draw a card.
Oh, thanks.
Let me, I'm tempted to open my breach so that my cryotherapy heals me. Player damage has been,
Do
it's
it.
been a lot of it.
Do it.
Okay, so I'll play Arcing Silicate. I think I will just hold on to that pulse token. That puts me at 4, 5. Will open my 2 breach outright. And then I have 3 breaches open when I play my cryotherapy, which says if you have 3 or more open breaches, gain a life. So I gain 1 life. And it also looks at the top card of the turn order deck. Surprise, it's Zaxos. And I have 1 more crystal. So I spent 5. I have 2 left. I will buy a charge.
That's good. I think the charges I think we need to pivot to. Just based on he's going to start prepping a ton of spells.
Yeah. Okay, his turn. So silence wears off, and we've got Firestorm. Unleash twice. Destroy each of Zaxos Ascended's prepped spells that cost 3, and he concentrates for each spell destroyed this way.
Okay, so unleash twice. One of them costs destroy.
Destroy it, yep. And then he concentrates.
Okay.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, that was his whole turn. I mean, that's not too bad. Have we seen Breach Communion yet from him?
No, we have not.
On cast, the player with the most pulse tokens loses 1 pulse token and suffers 3 damage. Woof.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Okay. We need a new turn order deck. Okay.
I do think we definitely need to make sure that he doesn't get to start putting spells in 3 and 4, because once that happens, we're in a bad spot.
I mean, those
In a
are
really
probably,
bad spot.
maybe those, if he does start between cards that like unleash 3 times or the cards that concentrate a lot or something, if that does start happening, those can be the ones that we counter if we're buying enough charges.
True.
So hopefully that works out. Okay. Oof.
Oh.
Nemesis. Brutal. Okay. So he's going to cast Breach Communion. It's going to hit you as the player with the most pulse tokens.
I have 1 health remaining.
Okay. Time to use your chargeability.
I
Heal
need
yourself.
to spend some money doing it.
Damn. Okay. That's a lot. That's painful. The Prelatus of Lore says draw a card from his spell deck, prep it. So Flare, which does 1 damage to Gravehold and 2 damage to the next player in the turn order deck. So that would kill you.
Yeah, it would kill me.
And oh no! Marked! Unleash twice and leave, suffers 3 damage.
Well,
Oh wow. Okay. Well, this might be the end for us, but let's play this out, I guess. Unleash twice, it's gonna prep Pyromancy, which says cast the players collectively discard 2 cards in hand, Gravehold suffers 3 damage. And a Gravity Node, which we've seen before, in the extra 2 player damage breach.
dang.
And then you suffer 3.
Oh, that puts me well and out.
Okay, so when a player is exhausted, Gravehold suffers 5 damage instead of us unleashing twice in this one. So Gravehold suffers 5. You'll lose your last life and can't be healed. And then you have to destroy a breach. I think it can be one of your closed breaches.
Goodbye, breach.
And then going forward, any damage that gets dealt to you is doubled and goes to Gravehold.
Yikes.
So this is not over, but that was not a good turn.
And I can never have any health anymore.
Right. So all any player effects go to me. The only time that
Okay.
the one that targets the top player of the turn order deck has the potential to hit you anyway, and that would just be doubled and go to Gravehold.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's some solace.
Yeah. Hooray. That's
And
brutal,
we do
man.
lose if I am exhausted also. So
Right.
yeah, brutal. Okay. And the game's probably over if the Nemesis goes again right now.
Probably. Yeah, I think that's it.
But it is me. I don't know how much I can do to like stop that because I have a Sparking Siphon and a Pyrogeist that when I prep it deal 1 damage. So I will do 1 to the Prelatus, and then I just have 3. I think I just buy a charge.
Okay.
That was pretty bad turn for me. I mean, I prepped some good spells, but
I would love to use some of these cards.
you are up.
Oh, good. Okay. So let's do 6-7 damage to the Preludius of Lore.
Okay, that's great. That takes him down to 6 health.
I will prep a Pyrogeist, so it will take another damage.
Cool.
I will prep a Breach Communion.
Gain a pulse. Right? Isn't that the one that's during your main phase? You can.
Once during your main phase, yeah. Oh, I didn't know I could do it.
Oh, have you not been taking it the turn you
Definitely
prep
not.
it? Oh no.
Voltaic Relay has 5. I'll take it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I will not burn it. I'll use Arcing Silicate to gain 1 and fire 5 into the...
You have 5 pulse tokens?
Yeah, I will after I gain the 5th.
Nice. Okay, it's down. Let's pause and see what happens. Maybe it revives you?
Woo! What a play that would be.
Oh
huh?
man. Preludius of Lore is defeated. The Preludius finally falls to your assault. Wasting no time, you rush to its side and absorb as much of its energy as possible. Zaxos takes notice and shrieks with rage. You narrowly avoid a blast of flame as you retreat to a more defensible position. The player who discarded Preludius of Lore, that's you, tucks this card under one of their open breaches. For the rest of the game, spells cast from this breach deal 1 additional damage.
That's good.
At the end of the game, return this card to the evolved deck. Okay, yeah, so this is made to tuck under a breach and add that +1 damage on cast effect.
I think I will add it to, since I have a bunch of spells, I'll add it to the breach that does not have the +1 damage, I think.
Seems good.
And then I have a couple of more cards here. Well, I have a Spark that's I can't do anything with, and I have another $1, so I have $3.
Oh, that's not enough to buy enough charges to counter a spell. That's sad.
It is not. So with my $3 dues, I am going to... Man, I think the next card I draw is going to give me a free pulse token. So I don't really want to do that. I guess I just take a Torporine? Take some money? Is money really what I want? I don't know what the solution is. None of these are really good for me.
It's tough. You could always take Voltaic Relay and feed me pulses. I'll take more.
I don't have enough money. I have 3.
Oh, you have 3.
Yeah.
I would just buy a charge.
Just buy
Just to have them. If you go again, you can counter a spell.
But I'm going to get a free one next. I mean, I'll do it. But
Oh,
I think
I
the
see.
next card in my deck gets me a free one if I have less than 2.
I see.
So that's why I'm not stoked about this.
Yeah.
But, I mean, technically it is the right play, I think.
Yeah, it seems like Sparking Siphon or Soothing Torporine then.
We'll do the Sparking Siphon. I mean, it's not like he has anything that affects pulse tokens, right?
No, nothing like that.
No.
And you gain 2 pulse tokens when you acquire it.
I do. Okay.
Okay.
That's me.
Next turn is me. All right. Well, this is annoying because part of me wants to leave these prepped so that if a minion appears, I can deal a lot of damage to it. But I also want to play them as many times as I can. So I'll cast my spells. Pyrogeist is going to do 2 + 3, and Sparking Siphon does 2, so 7 damage to Zaxos.
Okay.
And I will spend a Pulse of Sparking Siphon to heal 1.
Yeah.
And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a Pulse token. 5, 6, and you draw a card. 6, huh? Okay, why don't I buy 3 charges, and I should probably counter a spell.
Yeah.
As much as my ability is charged, I would like to sit on it until a minion appears.
We don't need the damage.
No, not so much. Let me, because boy. I currently am at 8 health, so I guess I'm maybe more worried about Gravehold damage right now. So maybe I counter, let's do, Flare is best of both worlds. It's cheaper to counter. Oh wait, fuck. Never mind. Gravity Node is sitting on the +2 damage breach. I need to counter that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just realized. Okay, Gravity Node is countered. And that was me spending all my money. For the Voltaic Relay, I gained 3. Because I spent all that money. No, you know what? Even though they're not, it feels better to destroy fractured crystals. This works. Yeah. Let me have bought 1 less charge, destroy a crystal in my hand with Voltaic Relay. So I'll spend a pulse, and then when I destroy a card, I gain a charge.
Oh.
Yeah. So that seems like a no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that value.
Okay. Next turn is you.
All right. Well, I was wrong about one thing. I think I just launched this into, tough. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6 damage. So I think I'll launch the Breach Communion just to hit for 6.
That seems good. Put them at 66.
Yeah, I'll keep the Pyrogeist just in case we got some shieldy things. I will prep a new Spark. There's nothing for me to silence. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. You may draw a card.
Thank you.
5, 6, 7 token, or 7 credits, which would be 2, 4, 3 of these.
3 charges.
3 charges. 7. Yeah, unless I wanted to focus that breach is the only other thing. So I could spend 4, and then get 1 charge, which seems less good.
Is it the Nemesis next? Yeah, at least one time.
Yeah, Nemesis is next. So I think I'm gonna just gain. Because I already have enough spells. That's kind of my problems. I'm low.
We need to get your breach open.
Yeah, getting this open might actually be the correct.
Okay, and I could consider on my turn using my ability to focus your breach twice, especially if a minion appears. That seems like a no-brainer.
So I would actually like to not cast this. So it can have 6 health back.
Oh, sure.
And I'll take my 2 pulse tokens.
Have a Spark stuck in your hand?
I'll gain another pulse token. I'm going to spend 4 to focus this breach.
Oh, you can put the Spark in it.
And stick the Spark there.
Sure, yeah.
And then with my $3, I'll actually gain another Sparking Siphon, because that can get me money back.
And here's your 2 pulse tokens.
Oh, I can't get me health back. Shit.
No.
Well, I have
I think it's fine.
more damage.
It's fine, yeah. I mean, we're doing decent chunks of damage to him. If we can turn that up really quickly here,
Yeah.
we're not out of it. But that's what it's gonna take. Is like we can't let him get into like tier 3 of his deck very far. We will just die.
True.
All right. Well, it is a Nemesis turn, and so he casts Flare. Gravehold suffers 1 damage, and we are going to reveal the top card of a fresh turn order deck. And basically, if it's you, Gravehold suffers 4 damage. If it's me, I take 2.
And then we will discard.
And then collectively, we discard 2 cards from Pyromancy. The top card of the deck is me, so I will lose 2 life.
I have an easy discard. Do you have an easy discard?
I also have a Spark.
Okay.
I'll just discard, yeah. Okay. And Gravehold suffers 3 damage from Pyromancy.
So 4 all in for Great?
I already did the 1, so
Okay.
we just need the 3 more.
Great.
Okay, and his new card is Inner Eye. Wow, I was waiting for something, but it costs 9 to discard. I don't know if I can pull that off. Power 2, place the bottom card of the Concentrate deck on top of the spell deck, then unleash twice. So he not only gets his final card, but he immediately preps it.
Gross.
Yeah, I have money in my hand, but I don't have 9. We do know it's my turn next from when he revealed me. So, Refine the Minium, you can draw.
Okay.
Cryotherapy will heal me for 1 since I have 3 open breaches, and I can look at the. Should we delay his turn? Probably.
I have damage. I have so much damage.
Okay, so let's give him a turn so that if a minion appears, you can do a lot of damage to it.
Okay.
And if not, then you can just unload on him.
That's fair.
I have Arcing Silicate. Speaking of damage, I gain a pulse token, and do I want to spend any of it on damage? Because, well, no, I don't have my Voltaic Relay coming up. I guess I'll save those pulse tokens, and then 2 crystals. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn, not 9. I can charge up my ability. I could even use my ability to open your 4 breach, but I'm not. But not doing the 7 damage to a minion, that feels pretty bad. Why don't I should probably just get more damage. I'm
Opening my 4 breach is an extra damage right now as well.
Yeah.
It feels not great. Is the thing. Like I get it. It's kind of up to you.
I think I just want to buy another spell. I want to start contributing more DPS. That needs to happen, I think, for us to have any chance here.
Okay. You could also get money. That's another. More damage I like, though. You have a lot of
maybe I want a 3rd charge so that I'm in striking distance of using my ability. And so that leaves me 5 to spend on a spell. I could take Fiery Conclusion. That just deals 4. Yeah, because I'm spending all my pulse tokens. I have plenty of Arcing Silicates. Almost every turn I have the option to spend them for damage. That makes Breach Communion not that exciting to me. So I'll take Fiery Conclusion.
That's so funny. I actually think Breach Communion in Arcing Silicate works really well because Breach Communion is just passive, like passively gets it.
Yeah.
And then you can use it to burn through Breach Communion or the Arcing Silicate.
It's true, but because they do kind of compete for your pulses, though, like neither one generates as much as they want to spend. It doesn't feel like a good use of money to buy both to me. So
okay.
Kind of focusing on one or the other has felt right to me. I don't know. Let me know in the comments whether I should have bought Breach Communion. It's also the cheaper spell, which means it's probably worse. You know?
Yeah.
Nemesis turn. Okay, let me draw my hand
That's not
here.
what we wanted to see.
No, Inner Eye is down to 1 power. And
that's going to go again, too. Oh,
Dark
another
Bond, another power, 8 to discard it. Otherwise, it will unleash twice, and the player with the lowest life suffers 4 damage, which is me in this case, not you.
Oh, good.
Because you don't have don't have the concept of life.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I hope that's comforting.
Yeah, that's very. I don't know the concept of life, so
it is your turn.
This brings me comfort. All right, I think I have a bunch of spells. I have to send the spark for 1.
Yep.
And I have 2 more spells, so I'm going to launch.
Yeah, do it all.
Spend these 2, so this is 6 with my extra damage, and this is 5. So
11.
11 more, 12 damage total.
He's at 60.
God.
He's down to the level of like the chapter 4 and 5
Silly.
nemesis.
That's silly.
This one's so rough. And it was rated at 9 difficulty. I don't think that in all of my time playing Aeon's End, which is like, I'm not, like I said, I haven't played all the content, but I've played a few dozen games of it at least.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever even fought a 9. I think that just, most like products don't even include them that with difficulties that high.
It feels very difficult.
And when I fight like a 7 or 8, I expect to lose.
Okay.
Where I'm at. This is a little different because I think our characters are stronger than your average out-of-the-box character at this point with a campaign's worth of upgrades, but still, like when I saw that was a 9, I was like, oh, it would be very surprising if we won.
It's still my turn.
So you haven't
finished. Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm not finished.
Sorry.
I'm going to Flourishing Decay, so you can cycle if you would like.
Nah, I gotta cast these spells.
All right. I will prep Breach Communion, which will give me another one of these things. I will prep Sparking Siphon, and then I have 2.
Oh, and your Sparking Siphon can heal me.
Yeah, I do.
Might be worth doing just since I'm taking all the player damage.
I have 2 more Arcing Silicates, so I'm at least gonna ping it for 1.
Yep.
So maybe I just ping.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking you were hitting your limit, but you're not literally playing them simultaneously. You're playing one, gaining its pulse, spending it, and then playing the other. So that works.
So I think I'll just do the 1. I'll sit on it because I can immediately dump some into this Breach Communion.
Yeah,
if I want.
and one for the Sparking Siphon. Yeah, I like that.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Buckaroos. I think I will get. I'm actually just going to get 2 of these charges.
I like it.
Because we're
Counter
not
spell
in a
the
good
future,
way.
Or heal Gravehold, one or the other.
Yep, and let the 1 go to waste.
Okay, well, as we know, because I accidentally peeked, it is your turn.
Surprise! All right, so 5 more. I have a bunch of stuff. So I'll send the Breach Communion. Yeah, I'll send the Breach Communion to do 6 more damage.
All right, is that 53?
There's nothing for me to silence, so we will... Oh, you don't have a lot of pulse tokens you could gain either, huh?
Oh, no, from like a Voltaic Relay?
Yeah.
No, I think you should have healed me with Sparking Siphon and then give that to yourself.
I could... Oh, but I can fire this, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
May lose 1.
Because I'm taking a lot of damage in the near future. Like, this deals 4, and he's casting several spells soon. I'll take every hit point I can get.
Oh, sure, I can do that. That's fine.
Like, I'm worried that we might not survive, like, there's only one Nemesis turn left in here, but if it goes, like, twice in a row, I might just die.
So 3 more damage.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you put the 3 on the dial? I will take the heal. Thank you. I'm at 8 health.
All right. Then I can... Arcing Silicate to gain 1, and I'll burn it
Okay.
to do a damage.
He's at 49.
I'll prep a Sparking Siphon. I will play a Voltaic Relay, and I will gain 3 pulse tokens. And I'll burn 1 to get rid of this crystal.
Nice.
And now I have 3... Oh, or I could not burn the crystal and have 4 points for 2 more charges.
Tough call. I don't know.
Yeah, that is tough. I think I want the charges more than anything else. So I'll keep the crystal.
I think that playing for a short-term strategy at this point is the way to go.
Yeah.
It's like we just need to get 49 damage like in the very near future.
Yeah.
And so charges to stay alive a little bit longer or to counter his spells and buy us a little bit more time is better than a slight improvement to your deck.
And
I think.
I guess I just burn this now. There's no point in me hanging on to the charges.
The point is the option to counter spells with them rather than heal Gravehold.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna unleash twice, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fair. I will hold on to it.
Okay. Okay, is that
And
everything?
That's me, yeah.
Nemesis. So Inner Eye fires. Place the bottom card of the bottom card of the construct.
Yeah,
deck. There's only one, but it was always going to be like the most powerful one, so that's cool. On top of the spell deck, then unleash twice. So that was Monstrous Inferno. Oh no.
Yikes.
On cast, the players collectively suffer 7 damage. I'm feeling pretty good about the choice for you to keep charges.
Yeah, I'd like to make that go away.
And that's the first of the unleash twice. It's also a gravity node. Any player suffers 2 damage and discards a card in hand. And that would have to be me.
You can counter that.
1 off. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if we get turns, we could maybe counter both of these. 1 off of Dark Bond, and then Humming Drones. It has 2 shield tokens and 9 health, but it says this minion can have any number of shield tokens. Persistent. This minion gains 1 shield token. Frosty suffers damage equal to the number of shield tokens this minion has. That's right. This is the one with my name written on it. Okay.
All right.
This is starting to look
Cool.
real scary. And don't forget that when Dark Bond goes off, I just outright suffer 4.
Right.
It's me. Okay.
Rough, man.
Yeah. All right. So I have no spells to cast, but I can prep Pyrogeist and ping a shield off the Humming Drones. I'll prep a Sparking Siphon. And then I just have 3 crystals in hand. It's not even a good hand. So I could buy it. I can't buy 2 charges, which I kind of wanted to be able to do. I guess I probably should just counter Gravity Node. Get rid of that.
We really need me to go.
And yeah, I mean, I could buy another spell or something, but here I think charges are just critical, so.
I think charges are the currency we need.
Yeah, I buy a card, and that's my turn. It was not the kind of impact we need our turns to have right now.
No, we need money.
It's the Nemesis.
Oh, no.
Okay, we definitely don't survive this. the very first thing that happens is Monstrous Inferno casts, and that's 7 of my 8 health.
Yeah.
And then Dark Bond goes off, and that's another 4 damage.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the mid-game, I thought that this was looking okay, and then it has really turned.
Yeah. I feel like this is how it's gotten us. The other time that was really impactful was like way earlier, like the 4th game or something like that, when I thought we were like, oh, we're in the clear, and then a card got flipped and it's just like bang bang.
Yep.
And it's like, I don't know how we respond to that.
Yeah, and that happens sometimes. Like, but man, the Monstrous Inferno, we maybe could have even survived if you hadn't been dead. Like if you had survived, if you had not been killed, and then you could have healed yourself back up a little bit, and then the players collectively suffering 7 damage is a lot. But when we have the option to split it between us, we're a lot less likely to lose a player.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or we set up like to remove that as well. You know, so like we made the play with okay odds, to try and do something, and like still didn't work out. So that's rough. That's a rough one.
Oh well, we've reached the end of the campaign, and I think
we did.
Even though I think we can talk off camera about whether we want to take one more stab at this just to try it, or whether we feel like that's...
I want to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm mad. I don't want to end this thing with a giant L on the board. That feels horrible.
So maybe there will be a live stream of that. I mean, should we commit to that? It won't be today in real life, but it would probably be done by the time this video goes up. So.
Yeah. I'll definitely convince you to do this on camera again. Yes, for sure.
So it'll be in the right now on the channel, in the live section where there's archives of live streams, you can check out our second attempt at Zaxos, because this video, I've been releasing one every 2 weeks, so this video is not being published till like 6 weeks from when we're recording it. So sometime between now and then, we'll probably have already done our second attempt, right?
Hope so.
That logic makes sense? Okay.
And you're going to watch it here in the video, because I'll have convinced him to do it. This is
already a 2-hour video. It's already a 2-hour video.
We'll get him in. It's fine.
I'll put a link to it in the description.
Comment to let him know how much you want to see another full-length video of this, and then we'll get it to happen. This is how it's going to go.
But because I want this video series to include the end of the campaign, I think let's look at it right now.
That seems respectful.
Okay. So read the back of this card after your first game. If you lost your first game, fight him again. Be sure to follow the losing the game rules on page 20 of the rule book. There's a dog squeaking a toy under your chair. I guess we're just going to power through it. If you won, it says if you won a game versus Axos Ascended, read the front of L50. If you lost 2 games. Okay, I was wondering if it...
See, we can't get to the end of the story. It requires us to lose 2 games to get to the end of the story.
We can if I just keep reading.
All right.
Okay. If you lost 2 games, I am going to read the defeat text.
The
defeat
lost
epilogue.
2 games. So he's skipping ahead. I just want
to... Yeah, I'm assuming that our second game... Yeah,
no
the second game that he's apparently going to convince me to have spliced in the video here was also a loss in my assumption here. If it wasn't, then wow,
we'll go through and edit this out.
Yeah.
And then we'll see none of it.
Should I just read both of these and we can keep which one?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Zaxos smirks as he knocks you down, standing above your wounded forms, still crackling with power. As he prepares to cast his next spell, lava bounces off his shoulder. He turns his attention away from you in time to dodge another bolt of fire. As mist charges, slinging balls of flame, she calls out, "What happened to you?" Clearly on the defensive, Zaxos gives ground and backs up further. "I am what you all could have been. If you had listened to me, we would still have Gravehold," Zaxos sneers, disintegrating the ground beneath mist with a sphere of destruction. A bolt of energy strikes Zaxos, distracting him. "It's not too late. Renounce this power. Return to us," Brahma yells. "I will not be helpless ever again," he screams, punctuating his words with electricity. "No," Malisar cries as he lunges at Zaxos. Zaxos rises slowly, face mangled and body broken, as the dog squeaks a toy under your chair. As the other mages approach cautiously, Zaxos opens a breach, turns, and is lost to the void. That evening, you lay awake, distracted by many questions. Where did Maelstrom come from? What happened to Zaxos? If Zaxos returns, how will you stop him? You ponder these questions late into the night. Read the front of L52. You have completed Aeon's End Legacy. Open the end of campaign booklet found under this insert for rules on how to use this content in the game outside of the campaign. Oh, so
You're right.
that was it.
Yep.
Yeah, let's, I guess, glance at it. I guess particularly I'm curious to open this last big pack
That's
of cards.
a giant deck of cards.
I'm curious what's in it. I don't want to sit here and, whoa, is this like, is there like adhesive on this? No, I was just confused about which side was the front. They do look the same. Reusing content. Okay. I'm just skimming it. This just kind of looks like the rules for Aeon's Legacy with some instructions about like which cards are valid to use. Oh yeah, it says here, basically cards from chapters 1 and 2, like cards that went into the supply chapters 1 and 2, are a little too weak for normal Aeon's End content, and cards from chapters 5, 6, and 7 are a little too strong for normal Aeon's End content.
Okay.
So it's like you're welcome to, and then it says, yeah, cards starting from chapter 3 and 4 are consistent with the power level of existing content. So you can play with any of them, but you're kind of giving yourself a leg up or a handicap depending on if you go for those. Which, okay, yeah, that kind of means
tracks.
Kind of means that 2/3 of the cards are like probably not something I would use.
Right.
But oh well. I don't think that this mentioned.
They didn't mention that deck though, right?
Did it? Here, I'll start taking the wrap off while you check whether that mentions the end deck.
Player master, breach 2. Of course, this is the first time I've ever looked at the rule book of Aeon's End at all. So I'm
Actually, looking over here, I see in the Nemesis section, it says using the final set of the end deck cards, replace the cards with the same card names belonging to the Nemesis shown at the bottom of the card. So cards that like evolved and stuff won't in their kind of their replayable versions. Oh, and there's replacement crystals because we stuck stickers to them. So that's like a big portion of this. Oh, there's like randomizer cards for all the market cards, and then Nemesis kind of replacements for the ones that were more campaign specific. I see. Yeah. Okay.
And there's a couple of things that we can't play outside of this campaign, but that's tracks with the other Evolve stuff.
Yeah, so that's a little wonky. Yeah, I don't know how much I will find myself playing this content outside of this campaign.
No, but that's kind of on par with all the legacy games, I think. It's like really once you play through a campaign of it, it's like generally...
Yeah. I guess for the most part, most of these bosses were pretty cool. And if you do swap in these cards, like, yeah, I guess I should probably keep those with my other Aeon's End content and make them options to play against. The supply, yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out off camera.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, nothing too surprising there. Well, that's it. I guess other than our out of order rematch against Zaxos to see if we can seal the deal on another occasion. That was the Aeon's End Legacy campaign. How'd you like it?
That's it. It was great. It was super fun.
Yeah, I we mentioned this at the beginning. It was your introduction to Aeon's End.
It was. Yes, it was. The first time I've ever played Aeon's End was on camera. You've seen all of my attempts at playing this game.
That's true. You've never played this not on YouTube.
That's correct. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the way it should be.
Yeah, I mean, we've worked through it.
We live our lives for their benefit.
I think we ended up with more than a 50% success rate, which is a great.
Yeah.
That's really good in real life, I think.
Yeah, I felt great when we won. So I think we lost chapter 4, and that's the one where we did replay it and win on the second try. Yep. And then we lost chapter 5, but that one's rules said don't retry.
Yes.
And then I think we won 6 and 7, which I felt really good about. I felt like that's where we really had built good characters and had a general flow of the game strategy, which we sort of tried to do here, and it felt like it was working until it didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know, this thing just dealt out so much damage.
Yeah, it was a lot of threats that we couldn't take care of all at once.
Yeah.
And this game, I noticed, did a really interesting thing where it kept doing this balance where it would add a new mechanic, and then the monster that we would fight would hinge on the mechanic, and then it would give you an option whether to add more of those or add this other mechanic.
Right.
And then it's like it became like a thing where we needed to figure out the best cards just to keep the mechanics so that they were all working in synchronicity with themselves. And I almost wonder if we hadn't changed our supply, would that have been better for us?
Because we were so successful with that previous supply, it makes me wonder. And I remember when I Googled Chapter 7 at one point when we had a rules question or something, and most of the Google results were people saying, like, this is so hard, this is unbeatable, and then we went on to beat it.
Yeah.
So, but we, under the legacy rules, we did have to change the market. So,
yeah.
We didn't have a choice. But yeah, it is possible that we would have done better with the previous market.
Yeah, like, legitimate, like, I am super curious, because, like, although the last market had all of the words that we needed, right? It had pulse stuff, it had charge stuff, it had damage, it had ways for them all to work together. And as part of this supply, we actually chose to remove the cards that focused on charge. Like, because one was a relic.
Yeah, the gem that rewards you for having a lot of charges, I think that was a very good choice. I think that the silicate was great. And also, with us spending charges to counter spells, we were not going to be sitting at a lot of charges very often to turn on its extra ether. So I think that was a big upgrade, given which we didn't even know going into the scenario. But I think that ended up being a big improvement.
Yeah.
Whether a 5th spell going in instead of an alternate relic, I don't know. I don't feel like, because we still had a relic that destroys cards, we just didn't keep the one that gains charges. I don't know.
But it was charges and it was kind of more the same stuff. I don't know, because like these spells, I think they kind of jumbled. It was a little unclean. But whatever. I mean,
yeah, and sometimes
I've only played this for you guys, so what do I know?
Sometimes
Tell me how I'm wrong.
The really difficult nemesis, just like if they get a few turns in a row and draw their card that does a huge chunk of damage that theoretically gives you time to play around in between, but not if they get 2 or 3 turns in a row, right? Like sometimes you just lose, and that's the nature of it. I think that. I don't know. It's maybe players who are better than us disagree, but like some co-op games have just setups where, like, based on the shuffle of the deck, it was never winnable.
True. That is
right.
Very true.
And I think that Aeon's End has that sometimes, and it's not. You can't say it was unwinnable at setup, because I think that really what triggers the unwinnable situation is the shuffle of, like, it's like your 7th shuffle of the turn order deck. The Nemesis got 3 turns in a row, and a power 2 card. There's nothing you could do to stop it, and it just blows up. Like that type of thing happens sometimes, and I'm fine with that. I like that feeling of, like, shit could go south at any time in my co-op games.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I don't really. It can be satisfying to have the power fantasy of, like, we're cruising, but that's not generally what I'm looking for.
Right.
So
especially when we have so much, like, no knowledge. Like, our cards are technically all in order.
Yep.
Right. So we know a lot of stuff that's coming up. So yeah, there's some of that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I don't know whether this game was winnable with a different supply or different gameplay choices. Maybe it was, but it sure felt like that end there was pretty. Both the part where you got exhausted, when you got hit by 2 targeted damage effects in a row, when you went from 4 life to -2 or something, that felt insane. And then for this Monstrous Inferno situation where it got prepped and cast without us getting a chance in between, I think. No. I
had 1 turn.
I didn't have the money to counter it. You would have if you had a turn. So it was like, it wasn't quite just that it got multiple turns in a row, but that our person who could thwart it didn't get a turn.
Combination of things.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. But,
sure is.
Yeah, we'll try it again just to try to put it to bed. But that is the end of this playlist on the channel. That is our Aeon's End Legacy campaign. I don't know. You and I have been playing a few campaign games. I don't know if we will go straight to it. I might prefer to play something else, but I have Aeon's End, essentially Legacy 2. It's called Aeon's End Legacy of Gravefield.
Oh, okay.
And it's unopened. This campaign I had played the first 4 chapters of from a previous playthrough. I've never opened that box, so it would be all new. Cool. So someday on the channel, maybe not next week, but we'll have to play that one too.
After we get through Divinity and after we get through everything else. And
yeah, we're due for a new Arkham campaign.
That's
sometime,
true. I was thinking about that actually. Arkham
I know. I'm getting the itch again. So, all right. Well. I don't know what it will be, but we will be back with more games soon. So please keep an eye on the channel. We appreciate you hitting those buttons below the videos and helping us out. I appreciate you playing a long campaign in the summer where this room is always hot.
Oh,
sometimes there are dogs underfoot with me. That was great. Thank you. And until next time, be optimal.